Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the PrestaShop project live update. We have October already, it's almost end of the year, and here we come with another PrestaShop live update. So, my name is Christian Podemski, I'm the tech evangelist for the open source project, and today with me I have Clement, who is working with the CloudSync team at PrestaShop company, and who will present you with the very interesting tool that you may find useful if you are a developer working in our ecosystem. So let's speak a little about our today's agenda. At first, I will, of course, do a little introduction, which you are watching right now. Then we will go to the project news. We will have the demo from Clement about PrestaShop Flashlight, which is the name of the tool he created with the colleague. And then we will have a very special announcement. So please wait for it, because I think it's something that is really important for you to hear. And yeah, let's continue with the event rules, with the introduction. So first of all, please use chat to ask questions. Remember, there is a little delay between what you see and what I see on the chat. Secondly, this event is about the PrestaShop open source project. So if you have any questions regarding the PrestaShop company, you can ask them, but we will answer them on Slack or another channel that is available for the company products. This event is public and is being recorded, so you can see the replay of it later on YouTube. And last but not least, please just be nice to each other and respect our code of conduct. So let's get into the news regarding the project. As you know, we are organizing the first PrestaShop Developer Conference, and a few weeks ago, on September 28th, I think we closed the call for paper for the conference. We have some really interesting submissions from you, from the community, as well as from the PrestaShop company speakers. So I'm sure it's going to be a great event. What we are going to do now is we are going to review the submission. We will organize the agenda, and as soon as we have news to share with you, we will inform using all our communication channel about the agenda and all the details regarding the event. So if you didn't plan to come, please wait for the agenda, because I'm sure it may change your mind, because it's going to be a great event. And it's the first PrestaShop developer conference. So if you are a developer in our ecosystem, I'm sure it's worth it to visit Paris, to meet with other developers, to meet with the PrestaShop team, and so on. So let's continue. As you probably have seen on the build.prestashopproject.org, we've released PrestaShop 8.1.2, which is the second patch for version 8 of PrestaShop. And it's not just a regular patch version, because we not only fixed two security problems, we also fixed over 30 bugs, and there's a bunch of really interesting improvements from both the community and from the PrestaShop project team. So first of all, there was really not really useful communication when it comes to if you are in the shopping cart and you have more quantity of the product than it's available in your stock. There was really confused communication towards the customers who are about to purchase something from you, which is now fixed in 8.1.2. There is a consistent error message. So if you have more quantity of the product in your cart than it is possible to buy, the communication now towards your customers is much more clearer. So, but it's not the only improvement that we've added to PrestaShop 8.1.2. There was also an issue that if you duplicate the product, all the information regarding the product are duplicated, because we duplicate the product. And this led to the problem with SEO information. So imagine that you duplicate the product, you have SEO information like friendly URL, and so on and so forth. So you could end up with the duplicate of the product with incorrect information in the SEO field. So now when you duplicate the product, there's a little warning message saying that all the information will be duplicated, and it's best to head to the SEO information tab just to make sure that every single option has been correctly updated after you duplicate the product. It is important to note that if you duplicate the product, there's a prefix added to the name of the product, which says something like copy of name of the product, and it also messed up something with a little with the friendly URL and meta title of the product. So this information now, before you duplicate the product, should help you understand better what's going on during the duplication process. What else? Another change which is related to SEO things. In 8.1.1, somebody from the community noticed that updating friendly URL of the product didn't work, even though you could have force updated of friendly URL enabled. That could lead to the situation where you would have duplicated product with the same friendly URL. So instead of fixing the bug that was reported by the community, we thought that it would be great to improve this mechanism a bit. So starting in 8.1.2, this mechanism behaves a little differently. So now, even though you have force update of friendly URL option enabled in backoffice, what you have to do is you have to make sure that your product has been turned off, has been switched to offline state in order to automatically update the friendly URL. That could help you to prevent unnecessary changes of friendly URL if your product is online. Of course, there could be redirection from the old URL to another URL, but we thought with the product team that would be the best that will be the best possible option, that the best possible behavior for this feature. So let us know what you think about this change. I do believe it's a better behavior than it was before. You have more control over where the friendly URL will be updated, and that could help you with not messing up with the friendly URL if the product is online, which could lead to some unexpected errors. But that's not all when it comes to 8.1.2. There was also a little confusing behavior when it comes to sorting products in categories in backoffice on the new product list page, which has been integrated into PrestaShop 8.1. So now the behavior that the user interface for changing the positions of the product is much more readable and intuitive, thanks to two little changes. So first of all, you can just click filter by category, go to categories of the products, and then there will be this button under the position column title, which is called Rearrange. So after you click this button, you will switch to the different version of UI, different look of product list, which allows you to edit the order of the products. So basically, after you change the position of the products, after you set up everything as you wish, you can just click done, and that will save the product list order. It's pretty much the same behavior as it was in the early stage of 1.7, which was later implemented a bit differently on the new product list page, but well, it's clear to us that the previous behavior was much better, and it is now fixed and is working much more better than it was in the first version of the page. What else? Well, as you probably know, 8.1 introduced the new product page, and it is a great step forward for every merchant in our ecosystem, but this page isn't perfect. We've received a lot of community feedback from regarding the new product page, and in 8.1.2, we've implemented a lot of great improvements in different areas of the page. on the responsive on the mobile devices. We've improved the label, we've improved the contrast in a few places. So if you play it with the new product page in 8.1.1 or 8.1.0, it's worth checking the upgraded version of the page in 8.1.2. Also, there was pretty big problem with the translations that were not possible to save on PHP 8.1. Now this is fixed thanks to the pull request from Pablo Borovic. And there was also a PR from Daniel Hlaftox, one of the best contributors in the project, who not only improved the performance of the new multi-format image generation system, but he also fixed a problem with web services where it was impossible to delete the product due to some bugs introduced behind the feature flag new image generation system. So that would be it when it comes to PrestaShop 8.1. The full release notes are available on our blog. And in a few weeks, we will probably work on publishing the next patch version for the project, for the PrestaShop 8.1. If you have any feedback regarding the new product page, the 8.1 in general, remember that there are plenty of channels of communication with us, with all project members. You can join us on Slack, you can join GitHub discussions, you can even join us on office hours every Tuesday at around 11 a.m. Paris time, so we can discuss your feedback. Going into the next one, Hober Fest 2023 is now on, has started little over a week ago, and we've seen a few really great contributions from the community already, as well as some new faces contributing to the project. For those who don't know, Hober Fest is an event who basically is a month-long celebration of the open source software. Is organized by DigitalOcean company from United States. And thanks to Hacktoberfest, after you contribute to the project for pull requests to the project of your choice, you can receive some gifts. This year, those are digital badges, some digital rewards for the contributions, as well as some discounts for product and services of the Hacktoberfest sponsors. So if you don't know how to start contributing to the project, I would like to remind you that we have a really great and thorough documentation in the contribute section of our developer documentation. And always, if you need help in the process, you can visit us on Slack. You can ask a question here during the live update. You can join us on GitHub discussions or meet us during the office hours. And if you know how to contribute, but you are unsure whether to choose some bug fix or whether to present some new feature to the software, you could follow the recommendations provided by the project members in the Find Your Issue page on GitHub PrestaShop repository. And basically, this is center issue where we gathered all the good first issues for those who never contributed to PrestaShop and want to start small. We also triage some bugs reported on different versions of PrestaShop. So it's a great place to start if you are unsure how to contribute to the project. And now I would like to invite Clement, who will present for you a tool he created. So I'm inviting Clement to the stage. Hello, Clement.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, Christian.
So I will leave you the stage and you can present the PrestaShop Flashlight.
Okay, so just presenting myself, I'm Clement and I'm working, it's been 3 years now. I'm working as an engineering manager at the CloudSync team. And by our daily work, we had the need to create this new tool, which I will present to you, which is PrestaShop Flashlight. So what is it? It's a Docker image that is powering PrestaShop. This image is aimed at testing, aimed at bootstrapping quickly a PrestaShop instance, and tooling everything you would need as a developer, as a module developer, to be able to test out your module within seconds. It's a playground for testing. It's something that I hope you will like and you will be happy to contribute to. And that's it. It's perfectly integrated with Docker Compose, and I will show you at the demo how you can use it. We also had the occasion to implement it in our CICD environment system. So each time we want to publish a new version of our module, we can run the full implementation of a PrestaShop with the installation of our module, our tests, which can be also tests run by Jest or by Playwright if we have some front end to test out, and that's it. It's also something that came from a frustration on the base image from PrestaShop because I'm running on a MacBook, and we need ARM64 support, and like half of my team was struggling with performance issues, which is not a production issue. It's typically testing issue. So this image is not aimed at replacing the core image. We also have discussion with all the core team about Docker images, which we can improve. But Flashlight is only dedicated to testing and for developers and for you understood it. Installation of module, scripting, tooling. It's made for extension, so you can adapt this tool to your proper need. It's not meant to have a finished setting list. And integration with ngrok is also something we daily use. It can be something else. It's not necessarily something that has to rely on another service. It's just having a public URL is very handy for many tests. And yes, that's pretty much it. We can find it on GitHub already here in PrestaShop Flashlight. So yeah, here it is. And we also published it, I think it was last week or so on the Docker Hub. And we now have a CICD integration, so we can build and publish the images online. So you can see for now, very few images are available, but it's quite extendable. And also, I will show you, you can build your own custom image. So here is for latest versions, and you can go to 1.7 branch as well. Yeah, that's it. So this is a project where you can contribute if you want to. For now on, we are only 2 contributors, but your contributions are very welcome. If I dig in on the demo side, so as I told you, it's a Docker file, so it's there. It's quite complex. The logic, if you have to understand one thing, is we have this hydration mechanism. I wanted to make a tool to bootstrap PrestaShop very quickly. And every time I needed to bootstrap PrestaShop for tests, I needed to also install it with the auto install mechanism. And while doing so, this mechanism was taking a lot of time, like almost 2-3 minutes on my system. And I had this idea of making it different. It's I would automatically call during build time the installation process. So here in the hydrate.sh file, you can find all the tricky part of the tool, which is defining a random URL for your testing PrestaShop, and starting a MySQL server, and then running this auto installer, but it's, as I said, at build time. And once it's done, we do a MySQL dump of this resulting database, and this is saved within the Docker image. So you get a slightly bigger Docker image, but the idea is you don't have to install it back again. It's not starting PrestaShop like this. It's running first this script, which role is to, among many things, is to restore this database. and define the different environment variables we can configure in the Docker Compose. So that said, in few seconds you will see you can bootstrap a PrestaShop. But as I said earlier, we have this PS domain, and easily, in fact, we can replace live this variable within the dump. So you can customize what will be your public URL for your testing server instance, which is done also with this run.sh file. That said, we also have a third script. So it's mainly sh scripts with a Docker file. It's not many things. It relies now. It relies on Nginx for now, but we can also extend it to Apache. Apache, it's not a big issue, a big deal. It's also Alpine based, but it can also support Debian. I'm still working on ambivalent both to support both. And that's it. And we have this build.sh, which is mainly just a script helping at defining environment variables to build the image. So if I want to build an image on my system, here I already built it. So the build time can be quite long. It's like 2-3 minutes on my system. So, and here you can see it's very quick because I have the cache. And then this image is this one. You can also download it from Docker Hub. And we have lcheck file. And just for this example, I added also a module in which I mount through the volume command. And here I downloaded from PS accounts a version of a module from my sample. And I enabled this feature of install module directory, which says to this run.sh file, so to PrestaShop Flashlight, to unzip the module automatically and install it. So you can, when you run you spin the PrestaShop Flashlight, you will get everything you need to start your test. And this is as simple as Docker Compose up. You run it, and as you can see, my Docker Compose file contains a PrestaShop service as well as a PHP myadmin and MySQL services. You can add more if you like. And that's it. I'm using environment variables heavily on this system, but you can see here, PS domain is the domain I'm expecting a flashlight to be run at. And yeah, it's unzipping, starting Nginx. It's already done. So you already have a PrestaShop running right now. And so if I go to my browser, go to localhost to 8000. So the cache, this is first access to PrestaShop, so it has to populate the cache. This is an improvement we could have also to already populate it within the Docker file build. And I can go to the back office administration, same. It may fail for a memory issue as well. We'll see. The first access is often like this. Yeah, so if I refresh it, I will get out of this error. I have to fix, or someone can fix the php.ini file to extend it, but it works as expected. And PrestaShop. I just want to show you where my module has been installed and enabled, which is typically the prerequisites for my tests. And here it is, PrestaShop has been already installed and it's ready to be configured and tested. So this is pretty much it. You have, as you can see, PrestaShop is running on my system, and I can run as many as I like. It's just Docker Compose you can run. And yeah, I hope it will help some of you testing out PrestaShop. And that's it. I don't know if you have any questions.
Thank you, Clement. I don't see questions right now. I'm sure there will be some after using the tool, but I will have a few questions for you if you don't mind. So if I understood correctly, the difference between your tool, between PrestaShop Flashlight and the base image is that we can hydrate the Docker image with additional data, and we can do that by importing the dump of the SQL database
Exactly.
that we've prepared beforehand.
Exactly. And this is done automatically if you just want the 24 products of the default PrestaShop installation process. But the tool is meant to extend it to more. If you want to test your module with 3,000 products or even more in millions, it's up to you. Just dump some function, call it a million times, and you will have more products to be tested out. So yes.
Okay, so to better understand the tool and how to use it, could you explain how the injection of the data or scripts works? Can we inject something to be run before the installation, after the installation?
It's the installation is made at the first place, and you have no clue on that. The PrestaShop installation is already done when you download the image and you run the flashlight image. The installation is already done. You cannot act on it. It's not a real PrestaShop. We skipped the first steps to go quicker and get something to be ready to test. If you want to customize it, however, it's possible. As I showed you in my example, you have a Docker file, and this Docker file can take a lot of different environment variables, such as this ngrok tunnel. If you want to auto-detect, if you add another service in the Docker Compose, you can add this, and you can also add some more scripts, like init scripts on restart. If your PrestaShop fails at some point, you can run a script. You can, pretty much every step of the starting process, you can add scripts. And so you can extend it upon your needs.
Yeah, I think that's the main difference between this and the main image, because the main image just installs PrestaShop and that would be it. Then we need to run the commands to install the module and so on, directly from the container. So yeah, I think that could be useful for developers who are about to test their solutions. There is one question from Paul.
Yeah.
On which PrestaShop version the flashlight image is available?
It can be theoretically available for every version you would think of, and you can try it very easily. If you want to build the image, it's all open source and you can build it yourself, and you can use for this, just trying to find out the documentation like this. As I showed you, if I want the latest version of PrestaShop, I just use build.sh. If you want something more customized, even for the platform, if you want something just for AMD, you can just select the platform and your own repo, and many other variables are available in the build.sh file. So you can also override the PHP version, and soon, I hope, also precise if you want Debian as a base system and not Alpine Linux, etc. So here is your way to build it and customize it and even test out. If you want to try with 1.6, would be very nice to have this support as well. For now, I don't think this would work. And from what I officially published, it's there. So you have the 8.1 and 1.7.8 that are supported.
So the latest versions are supported, and there is a chance to publish more in the future if needed.
There is no limit for this because something I forgot to mention is, the base image. We are not building this Docker file from scratch. We are building it from official PHP images. And here, as you can see, it's FPM Alpine. And here you can set whatever PHP version you want. It's just a matter of chance and support to have the other commands to work on the other environment.
Okay, great. I think it would be great to hear more sometimes or sometime in the future about the exact use of your team and this Docker image. about the exact example of implementation of this tool, or maybe we could think about improving the README and how to integrate the image in the CI or CD pipelines.
Exactly, with campaigns, so you can see how we can make quickly a campaign for testing with, let's say, Playwright.
All right. Okay, that sounds good. So thank you very much, Clement, for your presentation. And it's a great tool, and I hope developers will like it. If you are interested in PrestaShop Flashlight, feel free to visit PrestaShop Flashlight repository. And if you have questions to Clement, who is our committer, who is our guy in the project responsible for Docker, if you have any questions regarding the Docker and PrestaShop, I'm sure if he has time, Clement will answer your questions on Slack or in the Flashlight repository. Thank you once again. Come on.
Thank you.
And now it's time for a special announcement. So I would like to invite on the stage Rick Seneschal, who is Managing Director at PrestaShop, as well as Pablo Borovic, who is VP of Open Source at PrestaShop, and also who is leader of the open source project. Thank you. Hello, gentlemen.
Hi there.
Hi, everyone.
So I will leave you the floor.
Okay. If you don't mind, Pablo, I can start?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I think last time I spoke to during the demo, it was to introduce myself as a CTO, I think. Usually I'm used to attending and just listening. But today is a special moment for the community, and especially for me and PrestaShop, because I wanted to announce you that Pablo will leave the company this month, and I wanted to personally thank him for all his contribution. Actually, it's quite important. He has done a great journey for the PrestaShop company, and I think. We are in the good position now because thanks to this contribution. If I go back in time, I think Pablo, and you will control what I'm talking about, but you joined the company during a difficult time. 1.7 was just released against the position of the tech and the product teams, and it was released too early, obviously, and you arrived in a situation where we have to rebuild an old team, actually, tech and product. But you stood up, Pablo, so you arrived, and during 6 years now, it's been 6 years you've been working for PrestaShop. What a great achievement, because now we have a long-term technical vision for the project. It was established and communicated publicly. It was a first for PrestaShop, so thank you for that. Obviously, we have a team now, and which is working well and with incredible talents. I won't name everybody, but people in the core team at PrestaShop are working efficiently, and they are bringing, and you know that, and you see that the contribution, the quality of the contribution, which has been which has very improved from time to time, and now we are working efficiently also with all of you guys, the whole community, and it's quite a performance also, because it was when you arrive, it was not an easy task, Pablo. So thank you for that. I don't speak about the technical documentation also. With you mentioned that 20,000 people who is consulting this documentation every month. So it's quite an important achievement also. So thank you for that. Thank you also for the trust and the transparency that we put and we set up with the community. Today we are everybody. We are Pablo. Thank you, Pablo, for that. At the end, PrestaShop 1.7 is a success, thanks to all the action. It's a teamwork, but it's also your work. And I hope that version 8 will encounter the same success. So thank you for that. It was not an easy journey for Pablo, I have to confess to everybody, because, you know, it was not a 100 meters race or marathon race. It was more a hurdle race. And each time there was an issue, you stood up, Pablo. So, and that's when you see the value of the person. Pablo, there is a problem there. Okay, I can fix that, or I can jump into that. So there was some lack on the product part. You helped. You supported the product team. You supported the QA team. So that's what I appreciate in your day-to-day activity as a man. Okay, so thank you for that. You didn't hesitate to overstep, and for me it's quite personal. It's personal thanks, because I was your former manager, Pablo. So we had a long journey together, and it was cool. I enjoyed the discussion that we had. Sometimes it was not easy ones, because some different views, but constructive ones. And what I appreciate is your commitment in the project and in your will to succeed for the project. And that's a key point for me. So I wish you all the best for your next job, but I wish you all the best for your current position as a father, which is a great challenge for you. So thank you for all of your contribution at PrestaShop. Yeah, I think you're a little bit tired, but welcome in the club. And I leave you the floor. You deserve the conclusion of this demo. A demo that you contribute to set.
Thank you so much, Eric. Yeah, it's quite a moment for me to say goodbye to all of you. To me, PrestaShop was a career-changing experience. I've been working in the IT industry as a developer mostly for more than 20 years now. It's the longest time that I spent on a single company, 6 years, which for a developer is quite a long time. I mean, for technical people like myself. And it's been quite different from what I experienced in the past. So, yeah, I actually didn't come from an open source background. I got thrown into this world by assuming the leadership of the PrestaShop open source project, and it was quite a ride. Yeah, but it was an incredible experience. I learned a lot about running a business on open source, about the amazing ways that people can interact and collaborate across the world, even though there's no money or employment relationship between them, and the incredible energy that exists in a community like ours. I had the opportunity to do a wide array of different things during these last 6 years. I coded because of that. My foundation is a developer. I had the opportunity to discuss architecture choices with people from the company, outside the company, and the community. That's one of the riches of doing open source, which is the open communication with people who actually use the software and the project. I had the opportunity to recruit and manage people. I helped them and saw some of them grow. I organized processes. I wrote very long blog posts that I'm sorry you had to read. I tried to break off fights on GitHub, on Slack. I tried not to feed the trolls. We have very many trolls in our community, but I like them anyway. Some more than others, and you know who you are. I had to jump through some very delicate public relationship loops one including colors in technical terminology, which was fun. I had the honor of speaking on behalf of PrestaShop as a company, but also as the community in many different times, in different events, in different countries, on stage, online, in events like this one that I really loved. Talking with you, with the community. I met a lot of awesome people from around the world as well. I had the opportunity to share some drinks with you. That's part of the spirit, sharing and alcohol, especially in PrestaShop. I learned a lot as well. Open source, of course. I learned Symfony. I had to learn to manage people expectations. I grew up as a developer, as a manager, as an individual, and I'm so grateful that I had this opportunity, the opportunity to live this incredible experience with you guys. I'd like to thank special thanks to the open source teams, open source and I suppose at PrestaShop, but also to the whole community of PrestaShop, the community of contributors, especially that we worked with and who allowed us to achieve what we did during these years. Thank you for the amazing work that we did together. It is time for me to move on, to go to new adventures, but I will always keep PrestaShop in my heart for the years to come. And I will try to stick around, even if I step down as a member of the leadership council, but I will try to stick around in the project and help out the best I can. Thank you so much.
Well, I don't think there's much to add. I would like to thank you, Pablo, on behalf of community, because first when we met, I was just a community member, and I remember beginnings of 1.7 very well. It wasn't the greatest start of the new version of the software, but how you and your teams managed to refine everything and make 1.7 really a great version is incredible. So thank you once again. And I don't know. I think there will be some questions, but the answers will come probably somewhere later in the future. So I would like to thank you, Eric, for joining us. I would like you once again, Pablo. I would like to thank you, Clement. And yeah, see you again to our community next month. Thank you all.
See you around.